Okay, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I know I didn't see it in theaters. With a toddler, it's hard to get times to see every movie you want to see in theaters, so I get to see like one a month. I will be honest, this one was really great to see at home. The chemistry between Peter Parker and his dude. I'm just gonna call him his dude. You know, the guy who wanted to be the dude in the chair. He is probably one of the best comedic characters I think in the entirety of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. From the moment he finds out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, that whole next segment, when he's like, "How did it happen? Can you do this? Can you do that? What about this? How far can you shoot it? I'll just be able to build it, see how far I can shoot it off." And people don't know the context, so everyone gets from this really weird, like, "Wait, what? Huh? No. No, man, no. No." It also does a good job, too, in tying in Spider-Man from approximately the time of Avengers up into Civil War. And the fact that he does kind of like a GoPro as he's doing the Civil War thing, I thought was great because it really showed that age range because he's 15. So whereas he's in high school, high school stuff it's fine. It's generic high school stuff. It felt, if they wouldn't have had cell phones, it almost kind of had that like John Hughes kind of feel to it, which I thought was nice. That way, then it works for kids of this age and ones who grew up with 80s and 90s sort of films. The use of Michael Keaton as Vulture. Wow. Wow. I'm glad they did not do an origin of Peter Parker. The most you get is just like, "I get bit by a spider, man," and this is what happened. But they do a lot with Vulture, so you actually get to know a lot about why he's doing this. And it's a really decent reason. I also think, too, that they probably thought that the show Damage Control would be taking off by now. Yes, Marvel actually was in the process of trying to do, I think, another TV show called Damage Control, basically based upon when the superheroes trash a city, Damage Control shows up, and they're kind of like the insurance people. They help get the alien tech, they help clean things up, they help build buildings. They use the right amount of Tony Stark. And the right amount of Iron Man. If you watch the film, you'll kind of get that reference. They also put in a decent amount of the Rogues Gallery. Just enough so if you knew somebody, it's like, I know who that is. I know who that is. But they didn't bludgeon you with like Amazing Spider-Man 2, where it's like, "Look at this room full of all this wicked tech," which is totally designed for a bunch of other villains that you're never going to see. They do, of course, end up tying the hero and villain together because they have to. That's a Spider-Man trademark, which I'm fine with. The romance. The romance angle just felt odd. Which I'm fine with, because it's a character that you don't know a lot about, and they don't go that much in detail with. A lot of it is Peter Parker, bromance, Spider-Man, Iron Man, bromance, and like a coming-of-age tale. And for those aspects, it works. And Tom Holland, I think it's Tom, it's not Tim, I think it's Tom. He's one of the first people to actually nail both Spider-Man and Peter Parker. If you go back, Tobey Maguire, beautiful Peter Parker, not a good Spider-Man, especially since he had been Spider-Man for a while. Andrew Garfield, solid Spider-Man, but his Peter Parker was Spider-Man. With this being Tom kind of getting into the groove of things, when he makes mistakes, it makes sense. The scene he has with Donald Glover that's so well done. I mean, this film is almost kind of like the PG-13 version of like Deadpool. Kind of like just a right amount of humor and keep it undeniably light. I would rather Marvel actually do some films darker and serious in tone, and then do a film like this, which is bright, light, and airy. It's a young kid who's like, "Dude, I'm a superhero. I get to fight with the Avengers. I fought Captain America. I know Iron Man." And the ending sequence actually works pretty well. They did a good job with Happy Hogan. This is actually a solid film. It doesn't currently feel like it's necessary, though. It feels like it does a good job in kind of going, but what happened to... Yeah, it's kind of an 8-year-old plot hole. We're going to fill it. What happened with here and here? We're going to fill it. I mean, it fills in a couple of small plot points, which, if you're a completionist, might have been driving you nuts. If not, But it was solid. And I'll be honest, at this rate, knowing that they've got at least 3 villains established, and the fact that, he's making weapons, that could very easily have blended into so many other characters. And I like that. It gives them all an origin point of, Vulture made tech, Vulture sold tech, X people have tech. They don't like the fact that Spider-Man put their arms dealer in prison. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Works well. And the ending of it was good. Still surprised that they got one person to show up for a cameo. All in all, really solid. So if you have not seen it, get this thing through Netflix or Vudu or Amazon Prime or iTunes, whatever your preferred legal method is.